go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed, because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert, he completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Here's Herbert. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Dexter Lawrence drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team.
Touchdown, Packers! what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
61, matchbox, light.
Wilson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
10 more yards. That's another Falcon.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now it's Wilson. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
That's another Falcons first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Matthew Ryan for the field goal.
And this one is right through. And they get the themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A right side run with Patterson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Running the counter, Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 36, Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
17-yard line.
Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
At the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Falcons 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys would get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And it's a Packers touchdown.
The kicker on for the
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
His kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Taken from about the 12.
The Packers take over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And a completion to Wilson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. throwing now. Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Caught by Allen. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him going at the 6-yard line.
That's another Falcons.
They'll run with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Herbert off of play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Herbert. Caught by Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
From the gun, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They run again with Walker. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A very solid gain of 27. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. On 1st down, Wilson. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 24-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Herbert. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Running right, here's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And going right back to Walker. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on